Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be making very delicious Reese's mini Reese's peanut butter cup cookies. These cookies are so good, they're extremely delicious and very easy to make. So for this recipe, all you'll need is half a cup of butter, 1 egg, half a cup of brown sugar, a quarter cup of white sugar, 1 cup of white flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and of course the little mini Reese's peanut butter cups. And you'll also need a bowl, a whisk, a spatula, a spoon to scoop out the dough after, and a spoon to stir the flour. So that's all the ingredients you'll need. Oh, you'll also need a cookie sheet and some parchment paper to place on top so the cookies won't stick to the pan. And you'll need another bowl, another little plate in this bowl. So that's all you'll need. So to get started, we're just going to mix in our egg and sugar. So we're just going to take our egg, and now we're going to whisk the egg. So we're going to whisk this. Now we're going to add in our sugar and butter. So adding both of our sugars. So just like this, whisking it together. Now I'm going to add in the butter. So just like that. Very simple, easy recipe to make and really, really delicious. So we're just going to mix this together until it's all combined. The sugars, the egg, and the butter. So mixing it like this. And we're just going to whisk it a little. So now that this has been combined, we're going to add in our flour. But first, we're going to place it in this bowl. So there's 1 cup of flour, and we're going to mix it in with the baking powder and the salt. So just like this. So we're going to take our spoon and just mix it in before we add it into our mixture. So just like this. Now we're going to add it into our sugar, flour, and butter. So we're going to add this in small additions. So we're just going to take 2 scoops and then we're going to whisk it in. Now we're going to continue to whisk this. Now we're going to add in 2 more scoops of flour. Then we're going to do the same, so whisking it in. So whisking in the flour, but being careful not to overmix. So now we're going to add in 2 more scoops. So there. So now we're going to mix this in. And now we're going to add in the rest of our flour. So I'm just going to add in half of this. And I'm going to mix this in a little bit and then add the rest. So stirring it a little bit, not to overmix, so the cookies don't turn out hard. Now we're going to add the rest of the flour. There. So there. Now that we've added all of the flour in, we're just going to whisk, stir in the cookie dough so it's all mixed in well. And the cookie dough is starting to get a bit thick, so I'm going to switch out the whisk for the spatula. So we're just gonna take it out like this. Like that. So there. Now I'm just going to mix this in, folding it in gently to get rid of the flour, but also making sure I don't overmix so the cookies don't turn out hard. So there. So now that it's all mixed, we're gonna add in our delicious Reese's Pieces cups. So these are really delicious, really tasty, and they make the cookies turn out so good. So we're just going to open this, and we're going to mix it in with the cookie dough. So looks so good. This looks delicious. These cookies are extremely delicious and so easy to make, and they taste amazing. For this recipe, I use this bag of mini Reese's peanut butter cups. So I use the full bag, but this is about half a cup of the mini Reese's peanut butter cups. But I use the full bag for this recipe, and it's so good and they're so delicious. So before we scoop out the cookie dough, I'm just going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So when it's ready, then we're going to put in our cookies. So now I'm just going to scoop in the cookie dough. So for this, you could also use a little spatula to scoop out the dough a bit easier. So I'm just going to scoop out 1 spoonful, and then I'm going to place it on the cookie sheet. So just like this. Now adding another one. So like this. Then we're going to continue to add in our Reese's peanut butter cups cookie dough, and I'm just going to make them further apart from each other so they don't stick. So about this distance should be okay. So just like this. Now I'm going to make another row on the other side, scooping out 1 spoonful. Just like this, and the little spatula, or you could use a little knife as well, that could help you scoop out the dough. So just like this. This recipe is so delicious, so easy to make, and so good. I love these Reese's peanut butter cup cookies, and they're extremely delicious. They're so good. So now we're going to add in another one at the top. Now we're going to add in some of the cookie dough in the middle. So somewhere not beside them, but a little bit further down. So somewhere here. So they're not right beside each other, but a little bit further down. And now we're going to scoop in another one. And now for the final little scoop. So there. Now we have finished making the placing in the cookie dough on the baking sheet. We have more cookie dough left, but we're going to place it on another baking sheet just like this with the parchment paper on top. And once I've place the rest of the cookie dough on another baking sheet, then we're going to place it in the oven for 12 minutes. So it's good just to keep an eye on it for after 10 minutes just to see how the cookies are doing, and once they're a nice golden brown color, so in 12 minutes, then we're going to take them out of the oven. So once the oven is preheated, we're going to and once I've placed these on another baking sheet, then we're gonna place it in the oven, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Now we have finished making the cookies, so I took them out of the oven. So I left them in for a few more minutes. So I left them in for 15 minutes. So depending on your oven, you might need to leave them in for 12 or 15 minutes until the cookies are a nice golden brown. So this recipe makes about 20 cookies, and they're so delicious. They're extremely delicious. I love this recipe, and these cookies are so good. The Reese's peanut butter cups are delicious and makes extremely good cookies. I love these cookies. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any questions or comments. Just let me know. And I'll see you in the next video.